Welcome back to Nifty 50 Photographers. For those of you who don't know me yet, I'm Richard Gill. I'm a professional photographer. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 great locations in the English Lake District where you can get some stunning landscape shots. Actually, that's not quite true. 4 of them are in the Lake District. 1 of them is just outside. It's still in Cumbria and not far from the lakes, and it's a particularly beautiful location, so I wanted to share that with you too. Now, for all these locations, I've chosen places that aren't so popular but are still extremely photogenic. The reason why, when you look at photos of the Lake District, you'll see a lot of common themes. The Duke of Portland Boathouse, Ashness Bridge, places like that. Now, if you're a beginner, it's quite difficult for you to find a new composition or a unique photo to make it your own, and you end up copying somebody else. Nothing wrong with that, you can get your own shot of it. But these will give you a chance to create your own compositions that are unique, perhaps not been seen before. Let's get started. Our first location is Scout Scar near Kendal. Here it is on a What 3 Words map. If you're not familiar with What 3 Words, I'll put a link to the app below, but basically the world is split up into squares, 3-meter squares, so it gives you an exact location that you can navigate straight to. Now, I've chosen the nearest parking place because for all these destinations you really need a car or some kind of transport to get there. Now, Scout Scar gives magnificent views over the southern Lakeland Fells. In fact, you can see out to Morecambe Bay as well. And on top of Scout Scar is a mushroom. And in that mushroom, it's got an engraving so showing you exactly what you're looking at, so you know the names of the fells in each direction. You can get some brilliant views. It's great for panoramas. I'd also say it's a good idea to visit it at sunset because the sun sets behind the Lakeland Fells, and you can see that in some of my images here. At the same time, you could make a small walk over to Cunswick Scar, which is literally just the other side of the road, and that will give you a different view of some Lakeland Fells and also some of the Pennines as well. It gives you a view right up the Kentmere Valley, which is where this one was taken. So lots of opportunities to get some great shots. Location number 2. This is a place called Gill Head. Now, a lot of visitors to the Lake District will be encouraged to go to a place called Gummer's How. Now, Gummer's How gives a spectacular view of the southern tip of Windermere. Gill Head does almost the same. The beauty of it is it's not so busy. Now, parking is a little bit tricky. Here's the location. There's space for about 3 or 4 cars here, but there are alternative spaces up and down the road, so if you can't get into the one that I've shown you, then just drive up a little bit further up the road and walk back to this point. Now, when you get onto here, you've got lots of different opportunities for different types of landscape photos. You will get a magnificent view over the lake and over the Lakeland Fells, and again, it's very nice at sunset. There's also some lovely woods nearby, so you can get some shots like this of the sun gleaming through the trees. The other thing is, there are a couple of tarns up here as well, so you can walk around those and do some compositions based on those tarns rather than the full lake. So some great opportunities for some more lovely shots. My third location is a place called Wet SLEDDALE Reservoir. As it sounds, it is a very wet location, and you'll find the ground underfoot is very damp generally, unless we've had a long dry spell, so I do recommend you have some decent footwear, something waterproof like walking boots or even wellies. When you get up there, you can get some very dramatic shots of water spilling over the reservoir if it's full like this. But just walking around it, you'll find lots of opportunities. There is a nice stream that runs close by the reservoir with little bridges over it. There's some gorgeous views over the fells, and I particularly like it in autumn when the colours are developing. The ground always looks a bit rough and ready, and you'll find usually some grazing cattle or sheep up there to add some interest. I've also taken some drone shots up there and got some interesting views. So it's another place where you can spend a whole afternoon or evening or whatever takes you fancy and come away with a bag full of great photos. Let's move on to location number 4. Oh, I just got cramp in my thumb. So in location number 4, what I've chosen is a place called RUTTER Force. Now this is the one location that is outside the Lake District. It's probably nearest town is Appleby. But it's a gorgeous little watermill. You've probably seen a lot of shots of a watermill at Borrowdale, which is very picturesque. But I think this is also equally picturesque. Now this is the location. It is actually also a holiday cottage, and there's some holiday cottages nearby. So you can even stay there all week if you liked and get an amazing set of photos. But as you will see, it's right by the river. If you've got something waterproof for your feet, you can wade right into the river and up the water, close up to the waterfall, and get some spectacular shots. And you can walk down the river as well, and also get some very pretty views. So that's another good location to get a bag full of photos. And for my final location, number 5, I've chosen a place called TARN. Now this is near to a place called Sawrey, which is where Beatrix Potter's house is, and you can go and visit Beatrix Potter's house on the same trip if you like. And in fact, actually, you'll park quite near to Beatrix Potter's house. Parking is a bit limited here, but you can probably find some again by moving around Sawrey village and walking back to this location. Now this has a bit of a longer walk into it, but on the way up you'll pass a place called Moss Eccles Tarn, which was a place actually that Beatrix Potter used to visit with her husband regularly. I think she probably owned the land there, and they had a little boat and enjoyed lovely summer evenings pottering about on the little tarn. But if you walk beyond that and a bit higher up, you'll get to Tarn, which has these lovely views again over the lake and fells. I think again it's another location that's best visited at sunset or dusk at least. There's a gorgeous little boathouse. There's lots of opportunities for getting some foreground interest and some spectacular views across the tarn. I really hope you get the chance to visit there and get your own amazing photos. Hope you found that useful. If you want to see some more of Tarn, check out my video that I made on the rule of thirds, which will help you with your composition, and all that was filmed up there as well, so it'll give you a chance to see some more of the location. And in the meantime, I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.